And we're live. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Welcome to Sub Sunday number 78. And so, what we're talking about. Wait a minute, everybody. Time for a reaction video. Jordan, play the video that I'm going to give you a reaction to. Ready? Go.
We gotta have the intro. We gotta have the intro,
Oh,
and then we
I
have
don't
to
know.
get the reaction. We have to get the. Um,
I've actually never watched
suggestions.
one of their videos.
I I make reaction videos, and I like reaction videos. So I watch some of theirs.
Okay, so explain a little bit so I can give you a reaction.
Okay, so Fine Bros want to trademark the word react, and they want anyone making their type of reaction videos to give them a cut of their revenue.
These guys are insane.
Yeah.
They are.
So the first time they marketed it, they were like, "Well, if you make our videos, give us some money." Now they're marketing it as we're going to help you grow by using our brand. Okay, you should have they completed did a 180 where it was just like sort of give us your money or now we're going to help you grow. Which if they're making which they're pretty much a YouTube network and YouTube networks will not help you grow. They will not. They do not care about you. They just
My
want your money.
my my YouTube network hasn't done dick for me. As a matter of fact, they don't even respond when I have a question anymore.
Well, maybe if you got more views, they would help. They would respond.
They should respond anyways.
It's not worth it. You know how many people they probably, you know how many channels they probably have? At some point, you have to prioritize, respond immediately,
I
get back
I
to within that day, maybe not even bother. And you're
yeah,
probably at the very bottom.
I ask a question, probably like one question every 6 months,
Mhm.
and I don't even get a response.
Yeah.
So
So this is a very entertaining watching. I've never seen a channel almost drop 1 million subscribers in 4 days. Like that's crazy.
so a million subscribers in 4 days. They've lost that many. The Fine Brothers,
Yeah,
because of their reaction to the reaction of reacting to the reaction.
they they started this whole thing on with over 15 million subscribers, and probably by the end of the show they'll be under 14 because they're at 14,007,832 subscribers. So they will probably be under when we're done. We're gonna check back.
All
I'm
right,
gonna I'm gonna keep refreshing periodically.
because
And
I'd sure like to get a reaction out of that.
like it I used to think that if you like YouTube drama, like there is no amount of YouTube drama that could take down a big channel.
Oh no, they've destroyed themselves.
Not
Oh,
them, but Basherverse with the
oh my
pedophile.
god.
He went off. He's gone off the deep end. He was getting 800. He was one of the largest channels getting 800,000 views a video. He's
Yeah.
now at around 30 to 40,000 views.
What happened with that guy?
Um, Keemstar really took advantage of this man, and it was hilarious because he fed right into it.
I remember the whole girlfriend thing.
His girlfriend is a gold digger, which
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Okay.
she's
What
not because he's not making any money and she's still with him. So maybe he's not a good digger.
so what happened after that?
After that, he just sort of went back to doing his channel. His channel, I guess, 30 to 40,000 from 800,000 videos views a video now down to 30 to 40,000. I would say his channel's dead.
Okay.
He's um now exploiting his girlfriend. She's in a bikini every other video because that's how you get views. And if they reach 10 million subscribers in 2016, they're going to do a sex tape. And he went from a kids channel to talking about to smoking weed in every video, talking about sex tapes with his girlfriend. And then he went on Keem's channel and Keem interviewed him about his change and how he kind of went crazy and went off the deep end. He then talked about how his girlfriend pooped on his dick. Like just insanity. He's lost it.
He really has.
And all right, so remember Bash LOL, the black COD commentator?
Who?
Bash LOL, the Canadian black Call of Duty commentator?
No.
No, he was always on he was like one of the like he started in like Modern Warfare 2, he's like one of the original Call of Duty commentators.
Okay.
He was always going to PAX with like Woody, Kyle and all like that group. and he was always on PKA, friends with playing with wings a lot on his channel.
Okay.
And when people said Bash, the pedophile, I'm like, no, Bash. What? He works at Twitch now. But I was like, Bash has lost it. And like I see all this crazy things, and people were just saying Bash and not Basherverse. So I'm thinking the Modern Warfare 2 Canadian Bash is a pedophile raping people, gold digger girlfriend. And then I finally watched the drama alert, and I'm like, okay, it's not Bash. I was really like, how does Wings not talked about this? How has Wings not talked about one of his best friends becoming a rapist pedophile?
Yeah, it's a good question. That is a good
Yeah.
question. What the hell is going on with people? Actually, that's not exactly at all not surprising, because just you got to think about it, man. People are screwed up, really, really screwed up.
There's another guy, Lion Maker Studios, who's in drama now for being a pedophile.
Isn't he like the old guy?
Like 29. No, the old guy. Oh, that's the most messed up thing I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, what's up with that?
So there was a drama alert saying that this old guy who plays RuneScape, and is like, he's retired, so he's probably in his 50s to 60s, and he looks like it. They said that he was a pedophile. So he's streaming RuneScape on Twitch. That's what Keem said. Made a video about it, and all of this, had all this evidence. So he's streaming, and people go to his channel. His channel gets suspended by Twitch, and all of people are harassing him for about. It was a few hours before it kind of came out that it was the wrong guy. It was not him. It was another guy.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
That is horrible.
There's a few hours where this guy's life, this old man's life, was just being destroyed.
I hope Keem bucked up and apologized.
Yeah, he did. He made a video saying that he apologized, and he got rid of the guy on his staff that sort of gave him
screwed that up.
And this is what they said. They said him, the guy who gave Keem the story and with all of the proof, with all of the evidence, and then Keem was like, "How did you back up that the evidence was true?" And he said, "We took a screenshot from his Twitch and a screenshot from the guy's Facebook, and they look alike." Old white people look alike, man. Like, you really gonna need more evidence than they look alike, because it wasn't the right guy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. So that's something that happened. I'm trying to think. Oh, the Lion Maker guy. He's 29.
Okay.
He got caught for dating he has a 15-year-old girlfriend that started dating when she was 14. Do not know her. I really want to know if her parents know, which they probably, you know how people are. People can get like people on the internet. Remember what's his name? The guy who was jerking off on cam. The Air Force guy. Do you not remember this? It was a really big iFly. Yeah, he got a divorce over that. Like, they ruined his life. Like, people were sending the video of him
he was on
Chatterbait to his wife's parents. Could you imagine? That would
That's up, man.
Yeah, he got kicked out of the Air Force. They sent it to his superior officers. He was going to be a pilot. Like, he was so close. He got kicked out of the Air Force for it.
Damn, dude.
Because he was an officer, and apparently it violates.
It violates. Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah, conduct not becoming of an officer, and he got kicked out of the Air Force. And the thing is, when they kicked him out the Air Force, when you get you got I think it was dishonorable discharge. When that happens, they don't pay. The Air Force will no longer pays for your school.
Nope.
So he went to he has like 180 grand in debt because he went to a very expensive aviation school.
That's screwed up.
Thinking that when he went there, he's like, "Well, I'm not paying. The Air Force is paying for it, so who cares?"
Yeah, that's screwed up.
Yeah, he's really screwed. But the line. Yeah, but the line. So he gets exposed by Keem. He keeps uploading like nothing happened. Then he tweets out naked pictures of the 14-year-old. And then it comes out that there's Skype chats and a recorded Skype call where he was talking to a 15-year-old guy while he's 29 and was going to try to get him to stay with him at DreamHack in his hotel room, and then offered him $500 for nude. Bro, what? And this is there's Minecraft, dude. It's something in the Minecraft community with these pedophiles. They're all in there, all of them. It's like every other day there's Yamimash, which I used to watch his Gears of War video. I really liked his Gears of War videos. Pedophile. It is insane.
That is crazy.
You made a Minecraft video, right? Do you have anything you want to tell us?
I've never made a Minecraft video.
Jordy has.
Ever. Jordy has? Well, that's Jordy, not me.
You think you've lived with Jordy? Is there any chance?
That doesn't mean nothing. No, not at all.
You made
Not
it on
at
a.
all.
I was on, YouTube suggest recommended videos.
Yeah.
Sometimes I watch those best of PK videos, and you were on one of them. You were on one of the best of PK, like best of interruptions.
Really?
And the funny thing is, all of the interruptions, there was only one interruption with Woody, and the rest were Jordy. Like people just like craziness, walking behind the camera, doing something crazy. Someone ran in behind him wearing a Civil War uniform, grabbed a rifle, and started taking pictures. PK is going on live, and they're taking pictures in a Civil War uniform behind him.
That was the fun. That was the fun part about PK. When it became way too serious, that's when it started to suck.
Like it was just
find that video, dude. Find that video. I need to know.
Or find it.
I need to know, man. I seriously I need to see that. That's cool. I'm glad I made it on there.
Okay, what do you think about this? I just went onto Reddit to try to find the video again, and I got a bunch of I got a bunch of comments, and no, it was just a comment of.
Drop me a link to what you're looking at.
I'm looking at my Reddit account. I'm about to tell you. So I made a comment saying that game companies like No Man's Sky, Dreadnought, Uncharted 4, that all these game companies announce their games way too early. I really do think that when you announce that you need to announce your game and then release it 5 to 7 months later after the announcement.
Mm-hmm.
There is no reason to have it announced and then disappear, and then 3 years later we still don't have your game because it's 3 years on Uncharted 4.
Well, isn't 4 coming out soon?
March or May.
Yeah, I was just saying, Uncharted should be out like soon.
April 26th, and they announced it a long time ago. It was like 2 weeks. They announced it at the E3 that they announced the PlayStation 4.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah. So I really like if you announce it and then 5 to 7 months later you release the game, that means that you can get the game out on time, so you're not delaying it, and it's so easy to keep hype going for 5 months. Look at Fallout. Fallout did it. It was 6 months. I think 6 months later they released the game. So easy to keep the hype going.
It was. And they did a great job. The marketing was perfect. Everything about that launch was excellent.
Mm-hmm. We're on the third year of the Division, second year of No Man's Sky, I think. Second or third of No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
Well, see, my biggest problem with Fallout,
it's bad when Blizzard can announce and release a game within a year.
Yes.
Like, that is bad. Because I think it'll be maybe just a little bit over a year when Overwatch officially releases. And Blizzard's known for like announcing a game, and then 3, 4, 5 years later we'll get it.
Or 12.
Yeah, remember? Or they're announcing a game and not release it, like StarCraft Ghost.
Yep. StarCraft Ghost.
Or
Project the best
Titan.
Game we'll never play.
Project Titan, where they spent $50 million making it and then just scrapped it. That is the game where it was supposed to all the leaks of it was a MMO where you start in like caveman times.
Yeah.
And each patch and expansion
would go up
progresses through time until you get to now and then into the future. Which that would have been a great. I don't know how you keep your character going through that. Maybe like some sort of like soul thing where you're just reincarnated. I don't know how you keep your character going through that, but that would be cool. But yeah,
or generations. I mean, maybe you have to have a family.
that would be cool. That would be really cool.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe you just play the daughter or the son of
Did
the
you see?
original
Did you
character.
see Cloud Atlas?
Mm-mm.
Cloud At Cloud Atlas is one of those movies that didn't do well, and I think it did well because it was like the trailers and like the premise is just like so epic, like it's just so insane.
Cloud Atlas.
It had Tom Hanks, Holly Berry. It's just one of those things where it's like it's jumping through time to like their past lives where everything's connected. It's it was just one of those movies where it's just like, yeah, this is not so well.
Well, it's made by
It was a
the Wazowskis or the
It was a good movie.
Wachowskis. Yeah, I didn't even know about it. Huh. I will have to look into this movie.
It's a good movie.
Fascinating. When did it come out?
Three
Last
years ago.
2012.
Oh yeah. Well,
Wow.
movie.
I completely missed that one.
We'll talk about Amy Schumer stealing jokes.
The what?
Amy Schumer, the comedian, stealing jokes.
Stealing jokes.
Yeah.
Why?
Like, so on her TV show, she had a skit that was pretty much the same as one from Mad TV, which I guess you could just say like parallel thinking. Like it's not. She didn't mean to. It's just sort of they had the same idea.
Yeah.
But she had a joke from another comedian that was pretty much. I love it when guys pay on the first date, like dot 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 for sex.
Yeah.
And that joke was lifted from someone else's stand up. They're dead now, so they can't defend themselves.
Yeah.
But it's beat for beat. Literally the same exact time you pause, everything was taken from someone else. And there's a bunch of other examples from her stand up of jokes that were taken.
Huh.
So she says she hasn't done it, and there's people defending her, and the people defending her are sort of like the people who are like she's very popular, and she's known for the people who are nice to her friends, taking her friends along with her, because she's really exploded bigger than pretty much all the other comedians, even male comedians. And
Yeah.
every movie and TV show she does, she sort of brings her friends along with her. So comedians aren't really going like F her. They're thinking, well, if I defend her and I stick up for her, she's going to take me with her.
Solid theory, but let's see how it all pans out.
So yeah, it's pretty much the test is her next stand up. If she's funny, then we know she didn't steal the jokes. And if she is funny, if she's not funny, then we know she stole the jokes. Because she really can't steal jokes. The next stand up, people are going to be like dissecting every single joke.
Yeah, she's gonna have to pull up her own stuff.
Yeah, so if she did steal the jokes, then it's just like nothing, not funny at all. You know who the biggest Kevin Hart, do you like his stand up?
Yeah, he's all right.
I've watched all of his stand up and there hasn't been one where I wasn't like I was upset that I watched. I watched the recent Mike Epps one on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it was so bad. I laughed maybe once or twice. And in an hour stand up, that's laughing once or twice is not good.
No.
I watched the Chris Tucker one.
Mm-hmm.
That was bad. I maybe laughed maybe
Chris Tucker got old, man.
5 or 6 of his jokes.
Yeah.
And that's for an hour stand up. That was not. And he the one thing that he really bombed with, he had a joke that lasted maybe about like 15, it was probably 15 minutes about Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And it was not funny. It was not funny at all. It was just him telling stories about him with Michael Jackson. And I didn't know, it was like, I thought I was listening. I was like, I don't know if this is supposed to be funny or you just telling stories about Michael Jackson now. Because Eddie Murphy did the whole thing with Michael Jackson and with Raw or Delirious, and that was funny. He told stories about Michael Jackson and it was funny. I think Chris Tucker wanted to do the same kind of thing and it was not funny. And it was 15 minutes of nothing. And Kevin Hart is selling out football stadiums.
Hold on a second.
And like soccer arenas.
Let me give you a reaction. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, we're
Copyright
good.
It. Flag. They're gonna
Oh no! Take it down! Take it down!
But yeah, yeah. There's not many comedians that sell out football stadiums everywhere they go.
No, there isn't very many of them. I mean,
There's not many comedians that play Madison Square Garden 3 times in a row and sell it out 3 days in a row. That doesn't happen a lot either.
No, that doesn't happen much.
He was the first one to ever sell it out too. He was the first comedian to ever. Which I guess that's a big deal because if you look at the other stand-ups, they're in pretty small theaters, like theaters that you would hold plays in. They're not in like holding 50,000 people.
No. Most stand-up comedians sell out clubs, man. That's where they go. Most stand-ups have bigger clubs, maybe like an auditorium or something like that.
Think of the pay, and he has his own production company that sets up everything.
Yeah.
So think of the payday on 3 nights of 50,000 people selling out.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Plus every time I see an ad for a movie, he's in it. It's like every other day. He's got like 3 movies a year. He's like Sam Jackson, just in everything.
You know, that whole thing. Speaking of that, that whole thing with the Oscars and the SAG Awards, the Screen Actors Guild Awards. Like every white person wanted the Oscars, and like every black actor wanted the SAG Awards. And I'm like, geez, way to keep it segregated, guys. You know, let's keep reinforcing something we got rid of in the '60s.
Wait until the BET Awards. I bet there's only blacks there.
Oh my God, BET Awards should not be happening in the first place.
Or the Image Awards.
Speaking of which, BET shouldn't even be a channel.
I think it's funny. I've always thought it was funny that when black people defend it, and I just want to say, like, so you look at the last 10 years of how many white people won a BET award. They should not be upset about the Oscars. They should not. They should not be upset at all that none of them were nominated. They were like, and then they were like, well, Sofia Vergara won 1 year for an Image Award, and I'm like, good job. The one you gave one Latino woman an award. Like, it's really like, and I saw this whole thing that apparently like the percentage of black actors that like it's proportional the amount of black actors and directors that make a film every year to the amount of nominations they get.
Say that again.
It's proportional the amount of black actors and that are working every year making a movie and the amount of black directors making a movie and writers with the amount of nominations they get in the Oscars.
Okay.
So it's not like they're the only person who really should be upset is Idris Elba, and he shouldn't be upset because he's black. He should be pissed off that Hollywood doesn't like Netflix.
Exactly.
That is the only reason he didn't get.
That's the only reason he didn't win.
And I've always the director. I would be upset too.
Yes.
Did you watch Beast of No Nation?
I finally did.
I think one of the best scenes in any movie of last year was when he's sort of hyping them up to go in the battle with the singing and the dancing.
Yeah.
That's a great scene. That really.
Yes.
I rewatched Children of Men.
Yes.
And I got halfway through when they get to the ghetto, the refugee camp.
Yeah.
And realized I didn't finish the movie. Like, I'm thinking I finished the movie, and I was like, I haven't seen any of this. So I got real excited, and that ending scene, like where it was all one shot for like about like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That dude, I felt like a bitch. I was sitting in my bed crying my fucking eyes out at that baby crying, and I was like, this is emotional.
It really is. Dude,
yeah.
Children of Men is amazing movie. Oh my God, it's amazing. Just the flow of it too. The camera work was beautiful. The story was amazing, and how it all flowed was just awesome.
The director of photography is probably going to win another Oscar for The Revenant.
Good.
Yeah,
that was good because The Revenant was amazing.
Yeah, and you can see it in all of his
was Star Wars even being talked about at the Oscars?
VFX, I think.
Really?
VFX and score.
Okay, score obviously needs to be there because he's a genius.
One thing I didn't know is that John Williams and even Steven Spielberg has never made a movie without John Williams' score.
No, hell no. Would you want to leave your number one conductor behind?
And what's his name?
Lucas.
Not Lucas. Lucas is making a new movie.
Why?
Because he said in a 60 Minutes interview, he made Star Wars and he knew how to make a popular movie, and he didn't want to make a popular movie. He wanted to make Star Wars, but he knew it would be he knew that the format of Star Wars would be popular, but he didn't think it was going to be popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knew the format is the format of big blockbuster popular movies, but he did it for real cheap too.
Yeah.
But he did, and yeah. So the thing that freaks me out is his name. George Lucas's name is under the writing for the screenplay on the IMDb page for episode 8 and 9, and that scares me. I don't like that.
Why?
Because I don't want him writing anything. I don't think he's a good writer. Look at the prequel. I really don't think
Star Wars was fantastic. The first Star Wars was amazing.
I don't think the dialogue, the writing was. I don't think he's a good writer at all. I do not think he can write dialogue.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. All right. So, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Or Django.
Django?
Lincoln or Django, yeah. Probably Lincoln before Django, but maybe.
This is going to sound so bad, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. That was the bomb back then. You know, Vanilla Ice up there. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go, go, go. And then Super Shredder. They had Kevin Nash in that suit. You remember who Kevin Nash is, right? Mm-hmm. Wrestler from WWF and WCW and all that stuff back in the day.
Yep.
He played Super Shredder. The whole 5-minute part of Super Shredder. Which was so hilarious. I loved that movie. I played that VHS up to the point where it didn't work anymore.
Did you see Colin Trevorrow? I don't know how you pronounce his name. He directed Jurassic World. He's directing episode 9 for Star Wars. And
Really?
He said I hope it was a joke in an interview. It had to be a joke because you know how they do those press things where they do 100 interviews a day.
Yeah.
And at the end, you just get tired and you start saying crazy stuff.
Yeah.
He said he wants to film in space.
So
I hope he's joking and he's not crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah. I saw an interview with what's his name? Ian McGregor about being in episode 7.
Oh, what his little part in episode 7?
Where he says follow your path, or this is your path. Something like that.
Okay, what about it?
He was just talking, and they asked if he was going to come back for episode 8, and he said I don't know. He's like, I'm not a very good ghost. And then he sort of looked in the camera and then stopped. Which I think it's a joke because he Disney would have shot him. Disney would have tranquilized him before the words got out of his mouth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know they would have. You know they're all under a strict a non-disclosure agreement.
They couldn't tell.
Not allowed to talk.
They couldn't tell. Daisy Ridley and John Boyega, and Adam Driver and everyone. They didn't.
Yeah.
Is this the one you didn't mix down?
That's mixed down. Everything's been mixed down.
Oh, okay.
They couldn't tell their families they were in the movie until the first trailer came out.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So they went to work for 9 months every day.
They didn't say anything.
And couldn't tell their family they're in Star Wars until the first trailer came out. That's
pretty hardcore.
Crazy. And you know who Graham Norton is?
Yeah, he's a talk show host in Britain.
Yeah, Carrie Fisher told him immediately, gave him the script. She broke all the rules, and he's on the talk show. He was like, I knew what happened 2 years ago. I knew everything.
Nice.
And then he was talking about the movie, and John Boyega's like, so you've seen the movie? And he was like, no, Carrie gave me the script 2 years ago.
That's pretty hilarious.
Did you see? You know how Finn had an American accent in the movie?
Yeah.
Apparently, on the first day, he did his normal British voice.
Yeah.
And J.J. Abrams went to him and was like, "It's not really working. Let's go with the American." And so he was like, So glad I could do an American voice because I would have been pissed if I got fired because I could do an American accent.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, let me work on it, please. Don't fire me.
Yeah. But yeah, they moved it back. They moved episode. Did you see they moved episode?
Yeah,
8?
I am pissed about that. They moved episode 8 back for the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Screw that crap.
That's what they moved it back for.
Yes.
I thought they moved it back because they needed more time to film.
No, because they didn't want to have two competing movies at the same time.
You moved Pirates back.
You move Pirates back. You have Star Wars come out, and then you have Pirates of the Caribbean come out. Jesus Christ.
Did you see? As soon as it was like literally like 2-3 days after they announced Star Wars was going to come out in December, like 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Avatar got delayed.
Yes.
Avatar 2. They were like, "Oh well, we can't compete." Like, could you imagine choosing between Star Wars or Avatar? Like,
Star Wars would.
Yeah, I would choose between Star Wars, but I would see both. But most people are going to be like, "Well, we're going to
Star Wars wins."
Yeah, most people are going to see one, but I'm going to see both. I would see both.
I hear you, dude. Okay, so let's go ahead and ask the questions that we've been not answering for like the last couple of weeks, and is what games have you been playing?
I started playing Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider on PC.
How is that?
Very good. CPU gets very hot, so I had to download a program to turn those fans all the way up. My PC sounds like a jet engine because there's a problem where people's GPUs are getting like mine. Mine usually hovers around 50 degrees while gaming.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the 70s.
Oof.
So I had to turn those fans up, and I got it down to like in the 61, 62.
Let's see where the hell I'm running.
You're probably in the 40s to 30s while just sitting on Google Hangouts.
Well,
gaming, I usually get 40s to 50s. High 40s, low 50s, like 53 degrees. And I've been playing a lot of The Division.
Okay, so I'm still up in the air on The Division. I have yet to play it. I haven't reserved it. I haven't done anything. I've been watching other streamers play it because I don't know if I want to invest my time or money in this game. But from what I'm looking at so far, kind of like this would be a fun viewer game. You know what I'm saying? Not exactly something I want to play by myself.
This game has the Destiny trap in it, which is if it has more more content than Destiny, because it's a lot like Destiny. It's like a modern day Destiny. If it has more content than Destiny, this is going to be a sinkhole where I'm putting a lot of time into.
Okay. Well, see, my thought is this looks like it would be fun to do with my viewers instead of by myself. Whereas Destiny, I can hop on and I can go play PvP and do strikes and stuff like that by myself without any issue. But eventually it gets boring. This looks like it would be boring by yourself. But if you had people with you playing, then it would be a blast.
So with the friends, this is how it's gonna happen. When you play with your friends, you're gonna go into the dark zone and do PvP, hunt people down, do missions and stuff like that in the dark zone. Then when you're by yourself, you're gonna run around like outside of the dark zone, doing like the RPG element of The Division, which is really fun. Like I played for like 6 hours doing just the RPG missions, and the beta there's not a lot of missions. It was repeating. I was doing a lot of repeating missions because they're not all unlocked yet, and you don't even have the full talent tree unlocked. And there was nothing like I was all about it. And then as soon as like 6 hours of just like the solo RPG stuff, not really getting any story, repeating the same missions because the combat and the gunplay is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then when friends got on, I went to do the dark zone, and the dark zone you could do for hours and hours. It never gets old.
Okay. All right. So what else have you been playing?
That's it.
Okay. So I finally beat Heavy Rain again for like the second time in my life. That game is fantastic. If you haven't played Heavy Rain, Jordan, play it. It is fun. It is just a really quality, pretty game. And it's 8 years old. It really is 8 years old. And it still looks damn good. I've been playing some Dragon's Dogma, which I don't know if you've played that yet or not, but Dragon's Dogma is actually really fun. I know it's like a re-release of a PlayStation 3 game, but what they've done is they've upped the ante on it, and it's pretty cool. You know, it's good for a roam around RPG.
Yeah.
And some Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon is finally in full release, and if you'd like a game that abuses you with RNG, you'll like the Darkest Dungeon. I'm actually going to start playing Until Dawn here soon, and Indigo Prophecy, and a couple other games because I'm doing a bunch of like story games right now.
Mm-hmm.
And some Modern Warfare 3. I've been playing the shit out of some Modern Warfare 3 again. Game is fun.
I've been thinking about doing replaying the Modern Warfare campaign series because I do think that's the best, just like linear shooter campaign ever.
Yeah,
like that series.
Yeah,
they nailed the story's good, and they nailed them just Michael Bay effect.
Yeah, but the problem is every like final fight ends the same exact way. You either pull out a gun or you throw a rope around them or you stab them, and it's like it's the same button mashing crap, which is okay because it's fun and it's cool.
Yeah.
But
the ending of Modern Warfare 3, when you like they had that like trick ending where you think it's over, you think everything's over, and then but no, you're in the Juggernaut suit and you hang Makarov.
Yeah,
that was great. I don't care anything about that. That was great. So I might replay through all of that.
So, what movie are you looking forward to seeing this year?
Silence is number 1. It's the new Martin Scorsese film.
Oh yeah,
with Andrew Garfield, Liam Neeson, Adam Driver, whoever did. I hope. One thing I was worried about for our Adam Driver that I saw is that he might get the Joffrey effect.
Oh, you're Joffrey or you're Kylo Ren. That's all you'll ever be.
No, that when people see him, like in Silence, if people see him there, they're gonna think Han Solo killer. They're not gonna think, that's whoever he's playing. Like you see Joffrey, like even Batman Begins. I see him in Batman Begins. I think you're gonna Joffrey. I'm gonna like you're gonna grow up to be a piece of shit. He's the little kid in Batman Begins that Batman gives like his throwing star, his bat symbol to. I'll show you a picture. I'll link you a picture. You remember?
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah. Just promise you'll do something.
I'm great with your life. Don't worry, I will.
You saw the meme too.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
Warcraft. Silence is number 1. Warcraft is number 2. You know what Warcraft is? Are you familiar? Okay. Assassin's Creed is number 3. Suicide Squad number 4. Dude, I like the director, the writer, the director of photography. I liked all of the main actors. Michael Fassbender is awesome. I forgot who is the main girl. They're all good actors. Like everyone making the movie is good. So I hope it should be good because I doubt this. One thing that I think it's weird is with a lot of video game movies, you kind of you can't make a movie about like Modern Warfare, like the Modern Warfare series. You kind of have to take the world that it's in and remake it because a lot of the game is the stories linked together by gameplay, and you don't want to see gameplay elements like, oh, well, this is where they run, shoot some bad guys to get to another cutscene. Like you don't want to see that in a movie where you can sort of plot out like this is the video game.
Yeah,
like, that's not something you want to see in a movie.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. I understand.
I hope they don't do that in Assassin's Creed.
I'm going to be honest, man. Deadpool is about the only thing I'm looking forward to. Suicide Squad, if I go see it, I go see it, but I'm not actually looking forward to it. Like, I was looking at this and I realized that every female on Suicide Squad looks like a hooker. Like they're scantily clad, and a couple of those, the female Suicide Squad members don't dress that way at all. But the person who should be damn near bare ass naked Killer Croc has like a full entire like outfit on. It's like no. Croc is usually only wearing a shirt, or not even a shirt, like a freaking a pair of pants. That's about it half the time, and even then he doesn't wear that.
Yeah.
So they definitely like sexualized all the females and made all the males like uber dressed up.
I don't care about that.
Let's see, Captain Boomerang. I don't know. I wonder. I'm kind of curious on how well Jack Courtney does as Captain Boomerang.
Oh, yeah, Deadpool is the probably I'm not like our goal. I'm gonna go see it like probably opening night, but it's not like my hype for it is not.
It's just
really
fun.
Part of me really think this movie is not going to be good. Like
it's gonna be great.
I kind of hope it's not good either because I have a friend who really likes Deadpool, and I really just want him to
So you're gonna be really disappointed when this movie is awesome.
If it's good, I'll be happy because I mean, and if it does well, that means we might be able to get some more rated R superhero movies.
It would be nice.
Probably I'm not looking forward to it at all. Like not even. Trying to think of what else is coming out this year. Rogue One, I go see. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna have to see a trailer. I'm gonna really have to see a trailer to get me hyped because I'm not hyped for it right now. I'm gonna have to see a badass trailer to get me pumped.
Give us a trailer. Give us a trailer with Vader in it already, okay? Because he's gonna be in the movie. You know he is.
Let me actually I might change from silence to We see when Christopher Nolan has a World War II movie coming out.
What movies you got coming out?
It's a World War II movie. It's not on his IMDb, so it's probably coming out next year.
Okay.
It's like Dunkirk. It's Tom Hardy's the main character.
What's it called?
Dunkirk. 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 And Christopher Nolan.
I don't like Christopher Nolan. He ruined Batman.
You can suck a dick.
Those movies were trash.
I think The Dark Knight is the.
Where's Rachel?
I think The Dark Knight is the best superhero movie.
Where's Rachel?
Ever made.
Where's Rachel? Where's Rachel?
And I will always
take
love
me to Rachel. Where's Rachel?
I would always love Christopher Nolan.
Rachel.
Rachel. Without Christopher Nolan,
Rachel. Where's Rachel?
I'm down.
Those movies were pure crap.
Without Christopher Nolan, we wouldn't have IMAX. And I will always love him from taking IMAX from fucking penguins in the Arctic to actually using IMAX for the first feature film ever.
I'm with you. I appreciate that fact.
And
but I don't appreciate the fact that they gave Batman a bionic leg in the third movie. That Bane was all of a sudden from the Midwest and needed oxygen to breathe, but played by an American named Tom Hardy. And he slightly sounded
from Scotland.
Oh, he's from Scotland?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay, so let me correct my statement. By playing from a Scottish guy named Tom Hardy, from a Middle Eastern villain that was actually supposed to be a Latino, thus the luchador mask. But no, I talk like this with a rebreather on because I have some lame lung deficiency.
I liked all of them.
The movie was garbage.
Batman Begins my least favorite, but I liked all of them.
Okay, listen, out of the three, Batman Begins was not the biggest pile of shit.
Christopher Nolan is a master. He's in my top
three
favorite directors of all time.
A master of baiting.
And
because that's what he did to the scripts in those movies.
Christopher Nolan's a genius.
All over it. I don't know, man. They were crap to me. Let's put Batman in a real world situation. Okay, if we put Batman in a real world situation, he would have been dead in the second movie whenever they threw his ass down that pit. And he broke his back. And then he broke his back again with that rope, trying to jump across there.
One thing that they did do a bad job with is he didn't do a good job with lapsing of time. because it's supposed to be a period of 3 to 4 months
Yeah,
before
the whole
he
movie
gets
was
back to
bad.
Gotham. He
Let's
gets
just go ahead
back
and
to
prove
Gotham.
the whole movie. It took him 4 to 5 months to heal 2 broken backs. That's pretty damn good.
But he had that magic shit, that Chinese break a light bulb kung fu stuff. You know what I mean?
Where's Rachel?
Karate Kid.
Where's Rachel? Okay,
Were you
garbage
were you
movies.
sitting in Karate Kid like, oh, Mr. Miyagi didn't just rub his hands together and
Listen,
put a little fire
listen,
on him and hit him?
At least Mr. Miyagi was the correct race that his character was based off of.
What's his name? Jackie Chan isn't actually Chinese. He's just a white actor with chink eyes doing that.
I think Jackie Chan's from Beijing. Let's see,
No, he's not.
Jackie.
It's Yellowface.
Let's see. Oh no, he's Hong Kong. I'm sorry, he's from Hong Kong. Excuse
Just
me,
yellow.
Victoria Peak, Hong Kong. Because if Hong Kong, I can't remember how China works. It's either Beijing
Hong Kong's a country.
is its own independent country from China. Okay, that's what it was. Because Beijing is the capital of China. Okay. Now the problem is just they screwed up Raja Ghul. They screwed up Talia Ghul. The Catwoman was the worst I have ever seen. Next to Halle Berry's, which was a travesty.
I like
Okay.
Halle Berry. She did a good job.
The only 2 salvageable characters out of those entire movies were Jonathan Crane and the Joker. And even then, Heath Ledger's Joker was second to Mark Hamill's Joker. Because Mark Hamill's Joker is the best ever.
Christopher Nolan's a god.
Oh,
So, did you see Tarantino's directing the next Pixar movie?
what?
I'm joking. I
Cannot wait.
I
for
wanted,
this one.
I wanted to get your reaction. We got it live.
Reaction.
That'd be insane. So, but what do you did you see the thing of them remaking The Incredibles for live action?
Why?
I'm joking.
Is Tarantino doing that one? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Tarantino. Heard it
You know
here
what
first,
bums me-
guys.
You know what bums me out? Like walking out of the Hateful Eight. You know what bummed me out about walking out of the Hateful Eight?
What's that?
3 more years until a new Tarantino movie.
I know, right?
Like it's just like, geez.
That's okay. We got 3 years to watch Hateful Eight again,
Mhm.
and then all of his other his movies. Which I hope he's not making another Kill Bill.
He mentioned that, but he thinks the time has passed. Like he wanted to do a follow-up to Pulp Fiction with Sam Jackson wandering the earth.
Yeah,
That's done, and then he wanted to do like a prequel because the character in Reservoir
about
Dogs.
the two brothers. About the
Yeah,
two brothers.
but he was like, they're too old now,
Yeah, they're way too old,
and John Travolta's a weirdo.
and they're both dead technically in the storyline.
No, it would be a prequel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though they couldn't even do like a sequel to those characters because they're both dead in
Yeah.
the timeline. What he needs to do if he wants to do another Kill Bill is he needs to have the black girl's daughter trying to find Kiddo.
Jackie Brown too.
Nah, it's way past time for Jackie Brown too. AK-47 when you have to kill absolutely every mother truck in the room except no substitutes.
I'll be right back.
All right. Let's see. What am I looking forward to? Man, I haven't actually even thought about that in a while. Like, right now I'm just kind of focused on what I need to do in my life to make sure that things get done. So I haven't really thought about what I'm looking forward to movie-wise. Hey, your memories on Facebook, Chewy, we thought you'd like us to look back on your post from 38 years ago, and it's Han and Chewie standing there, and Chewie is sitting in front of his apple crying. That's horrible. That's horrible. 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 But oh man, I now I know what it's like whenever I leave you alone.
Yeah, you would just like, what am I supposed to do? All right, I have a question. I'm going to name a series of movies, and if they were remade today with like today's cameras, um, updated CG or costume effects, it looks like a modern movie, but it's the same movie, same actors, same everything beat for beat. You know what I mean? Just updated to look like it was coming out today, and it's the first time the movie's ever come out.
Okay.
Is it going to be successful? The Wizard of Oz. Is The Wizard of Oz successful if it comes out in 2016?
No.
Um,
There's too much political correctness bullshit about people thinking it's it's racist or something crazy like that. There was a statement about that being racist or something like that. And I'm like, what?
Christmas Story.
Oh yeah, that's always prevalent regardless.
You think A Christmas Story would be
A Christmas Story with Ralphie? You're gonna shoot your eye out. Yeah, that'll still be prevalent today.
Otis, stop.
I don't think it's successful. I don't think at all.
It would be successful today.
All right. Home Alone.
Yeah. I think it would work out still today.
Casablanca.
The problem with Casablanca coming out today is nobody would have most of the kids today wouldn't have attention span to sit down and watch it. But it would work. It just wouldn't work for all the teenagers. It would work for me and possibly you and people older than me, but not for anybody younger than like 21.
Grease.
Oh yeah, it's a musical.
Where's the last Hollywood musical that was a movie that did well? Like Les Mis?
I have no clue.
Gone with the Wind.
That would fall under the same thing as Casablanca.
When I had a list, I got to look at it. The Godfather would still do well.
Yeah, Godfather would still do well. Mob movies always you do really well.
Terminator would do well.
Yes, it
I
would.
think so. It did well this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, Genesis was really good.
Otis, stop.
What do you think about have you seen Lifeboat?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Lifeboat is something I do not think would do well if it came out.
What's it about?
There's not really a plot. It's all character development, and it's on a lifeboat, and the camera doesn't move. It stays pretty much in the same place the entire movie. It's made by Hitchcock. And
Okay, yeah. I remember that movie.
Yeah.
No, it probably wouldn't do very well.
Star Wars.
Of course it would.
You think? I think if
it didn't have the fan base it had now, Star Wars came out today with the graphics and everything and all the same actors, I believe it would do just as well.
That's where I disagree. I think Star Wars did well because it was very innovated, and it was great.
Yes, it was innovative.
But I think if you have Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford was maybe the only one that could act a little bit in A New Hope. It was real bad. The acting was real bad, and I really don't think that would do.
But see, the thing is the story is still epic.
I saw this thing where comparing that the story's not that original. That you could take so I try to find it, but you take a guy with no parents, raised by someone else, raised by another family member, add a little bit of magic, add a dark menacing feature, dark menacing figure, and then you save the world. You have Frodo. And that was written in the 30s for Lord of the Rings. It's very similar. Harry Potter. Harry Potter's after Star Wars, though.
Yeah. Does anybody not know that George was inspired by the Lord of the Rings to write that?
Exactly. I don't think that it would be the story's not that original.
It is, but it isn't. I mean, what stories are really original? I mean, you can take and write a story, but somewhere you're going to be pulling inspiration from everything, from anything.
Yeah, but there's like I would say, even when you pull like I don't even think the story's that interesting. I think the characters, and there wasn't. Maybe Obi-Wan's the only interesting. Obi-Wan and Darth Vader really are the only interesting characters. Like both Steven Spielberg and Martin Scorsese say that the plot is pointless. Like the plot doesn't matter at all. Because you watch a movie, the reason why you would rewatch a movie is for character. Because you know what's going to happen. You're not rewatching for the plot. You're rewatching for the character. And Obi-Wan, and I think Obi-Wan and Darth Vader are the only interesting ones. And
See,
maybe
I always
maybe
always
Governor Tarkin.
no, I was always a big Han Solo fan.
Han, maybe, yeah, if he shoots first.
He shot first. Han is a smuggler. Hello, folks. Han is a smuggler. He is a crook. Of course, he shot first because he doesn't want to die.
One thing that still makes me mad is when Vader is choking the guy. They're at the table and they're talking about the Death Star.
Is not good with the Force.
What?
Anybody who says Han Solo didn't shoot first is not good with the Force.
There you go. As per said by my father.
When Darth Vader's choking the guy at the table, and they're talking about the Death Star, and Governor Tarkin tells him to let him go.
Mm-hmm.
That always makes me mad that Vader did it. Vader should have been like, "I choked the shit out of you too, motherfucker."
Well, see, at that point, Tarkin was actually like Palpatine's like other lackey.
But it's still like it was the same thing. It was the same. They had the same relationship as Kylo Ren and Hux. Anytime Hux was like, but Kylo, remember in the scene where they were talking to Snoke, and Kylo thought it'd be a good time. Kylo should have cut his ass in half. What is Snoke going to do? What is Snoke going to do? Snoke's not going to kill Kylo.
No.
Emperor was not going to kill Vader.
No.
Like they really need to know the power they have. Like that's like I was waiting. I hate Hux so much, and he almost ruined the Revenant for me because it took me a while to not see him as Hux and see him as the captain.
Really? Oh my god, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it took me a long time.
Holy crap. Well, ain't that something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah, I really hated Hux. Oh my god. I hate Hux so bad. I want him to die next movie.
I have a feeling he's going to be one of those people that's there until like the 9th episode. And then hopefully he'll have a horrible, horrible, miserable death.
Okay, I was thinking about this. How I would have Han and Leia should have had 2 kids. And you know how Luke and you know how Rey and Finn are in the Millennium Falcon, and they're going to set off the gas to kill the stormtroopers that are coming, but it's really Han Solo and Chewie.
Yeah.
It should have been their second kid that finds the Millennium Falcon. And he walks in, they do a shot of the lightsaber, but you don't know it's his kid. You see the shot of the lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
John runs at him, and he uses the Force lightning to not kill, but to sort of take him down.
Mm-hmm.
And Daisy pulls out a blaster to kill him, and he Force chokes Daisy, like holding her in the air. And then you reveal, I want his name to be Anakin, but he's not with the dark side. He's like Revan, where he's not a Jedi or a Sith. Uses both the light and the dark.
Yeah.
And he was trained by Revan from a holocron after Luke stopped his training after he went AWOL.
That would be interesting.
Like I thought that would be really cool. Because Revan had the whole thing where it's the Jedi limit themselves. And then there was this thing in the Old Republic where it was a Jedi and one of the soldiers, and Revan is torturing the soldier, and the Jedi has to use Force lightning to save the soldier. And so the Jedi uses the Force lightning, saves the soldier, and then Revan says, "See, you can use the dark side of the Force and still fight for your cause." And then sort of just walks away. And I was like, "That's true. That's smart. I like Revan." There's also the thing like the light side was divided. The Force was divided, light and dark, before the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be divided after they're all gone. What do you think about the thing that Jedis don't actually want balance to the Force? Because they did want, because currently the Force is picked one side and the dark side because there's two Snoke and Kylo using the dark side. If Rey trained Luke, then they would be there would be balance. There would be an equal.
You mean Luke trained Rey?
If Luke trained Rey, there would be equal. There would be equal Jedi and Sith, and they just calm yourself because it wouldn't be balanced if all the Sith were dead. It just wouldn't be.
No, it would be all light side users.
Yeah, it wouldn't be balanced.
No.
See, and the Jedi are like they use child soldiers, so they're not that good. Like Ahsoka's 13-year-old ass was running around chopping people in half. Like, like it's a little rough.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. So let's see.
Hashtag Jedi. Stop Jedi 2016.
Stop Jedi 2016. I like how we take this imaginative story, something that is this amazing and awesome that we are truly enjoying as people, and then people start dissecting it and pointing out like the horrible things that people are doing. But it's like, why ruin something that's fantasy? This is the bad guys. This is the good guys. Stop. just stop.
It's the whole thing with like the Last Airbender where people with Azula. Azula's a really good villain. So is Zuko. Zuko. Ozai, they maybe if they maybe should have developed his character a little bit more to give him a little more like reason other than he's just crazy as shit and he wants to finish what his grandfather and father did. Like Azula was, I think the best scene with Azula is after she was defeated and she's in the chains and she starts freaking out and like smoke's coming out of her ears and she's like blowing fire from her.
Fire out of her. Yeah.
That was a great scene with Azula. That was probably her best.
Yes.
And the first scene you see her in season 2 where she's on the boat.
And she's calm and then she just like calm, bang.
And she looks over at the captain. She was like, "Captain, to the wave. Who's in command of the ship?" And she was like, "You are, princess." And it was like, "Would the waves think twice about smashing you in the rocks if I threw you overboard?" And he was like, "I guess not, princess." And he was like, "Well, maybe you should worry about me, who I haven't made up my mind if I'm going to kill you or not." And it's like, oh shit,
psycho.
And it was like the first time they said kill. They're like,
yes,
yeah. Azula was hardcore. Which you need to read Smoke and Shadow because Azula's back and she's crazy as shit.
Is it over yet?
No, the next issue comes out in March. The last issue comes out. That's the last. They're completing Aang's story with in March with Smoke and Shadow, and then they're continuing Korra's story.
Okay, cool. I'll wait until March and then I'll read them all together because I can't do this waiting crap. It's like The Walking Dead. You know how much I read The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I wait like a year and then I go and get all the issues and then I read a year's worth of issues and then I don't even bother with it for another year.
I'm excited because I don't know if you watched the 100.
I gave up about halfway through season 2 because it got way too corny.
It gets
nobody ever changed their clothes.
It gets much better. There's only one part where the black guy who's in what was his name? The black guy who's in charge of the spaceship.
Yeah, the guy who ended up going out the missile.
You saw that?
Yes.
That was ridiculous.
That was so bad.
Why? This is a genius doctor scientist, and he puts a baby in his spacesuit and rides a missile to Earth. That was so stupid.
I know.
But yeah, the new season started, and I missed this week's episode, and I missed the last 2 episodes, so I got 2 episodes of that to watch, and I got 2 episodes of Rebels. So I'm excited. That's what I'm going to be doing.
That's another season. I need to wait. I need to get caught up on season 2. It's like Turtles. Season 4 of Turtles is out.
There's 10 more. There's season 2's 22 episodes.
Yeah.
There's 12 episodes to go.
Okay.
So I would probably just wait for all of that and then watch the full season.
That's what I'm probably gonna end up doing. It's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man. Like me and my son usually watch it on Sundays, but we've been missing it, and it hasn't been coming on very much, which is weird because they do like 3 or 4 episodes and then they go on a little hiatus, and they do 3 or 4 episodes, little hiatus and stuff like that.
You see the new Ninja Turtles game
No, not yet.
made by the people who made the last Transformers game?
Yeah,
Everyone said that like if you're a fan of like the original cartoon, then it's great. And apparently this is going to be we were like all the people from the trailers. I've never played. The only Ninja Turtle game I played was on the Game Boy.
yeah.
I'm not really that much of a fan of the TV show. I've seen all the movies except for the Michael Bay one.
Well, that one was actually pretty good.
Yeah, and people say this game is going to be like one of the best Ninja Turtle games.
Nice. I'll have to check it out. Okay.
Yeah.
I am gonna
And
go.
their games are really long. They're really long and detailed story, and they're cheap. They're like $15, and you're gonna get like a 20-hour story out of it.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap the show up.
Okay.
Anything else you want to add before we call it quits?
Yeah. Kanye wins all Twitter beefs of all time after calling out Wiz Khalifa.
What happened?
Wiz Khalifa, Kanye changed his album comes out on February 15th. Kanye West's new album.
Yeah.
He changed the name at last minute from I think it was like Swish, and he changed it to Waves. Wiz Khalifa tweeted at him and said that Waves is some other rapper's thing and not to take it. And then he said, hit this KK and move on with your life. And that's what Wiz tweeted at Kanye. And Kanye thought KK meant Kim Kardashian. So he lost it. He lost his mind and started tweeting out all this stuff about Wiz Khalifa's kid, Amber Rose, how his music sucks. How he's never listened to an album. No one's ever listened to his album all the way through. And then at the end of after going on this long rant, Wiz Khalifa tweets at him and says KK means weed. so yeah, it was funny.
So
And then everyone's like, somehow Meek Mill still lost this Twitter battle, even though he wasn't involved.
So what you're telling me is, Kanye overreacted?
Yeah, he overreacted.
Okay, so he lost that battle.
He didn't lose the battle because he talked about busting a nut on Amber Rose's bald
But
head.
he didn't even. There was no battle to be had.
He started the battle. He won the battle. He didn't care if anybody was fighting back. It's Jesus. He will hop up on stage and take your
He
trophy.
battled himself. That's all he
He
did.
battled himself and he won.
It's like the music awards last year. Beck won best album, right?
Mhm.
And right as he went to accept his reward and all that, he was standing up on stage. Kanye stepped up to act like he was going to grab the mic to say something about that, and all Beck did was, "Yeah, man, come on up and say something. It's cool. It's all right. Come on up." And then afterwards in the interview, Beck's like, "Dude, yeah, I like his music. His music is good. I respect him as an artist." And you know what? I appreciate what he had. If he had something to say, I'd appreciate it. And then at that point, Kanye comes over Twitter going, "I'd like to apologize for being an ass."
One thing I think that's funny is it's kind of weird. Everyone in the music industry and everyone who's ever met Kanye, he's like a genius. But from the shit he does, you wouldn't think he's very smart. But everyone says he's a genius. Like even people, he's now in the fashion thing, he sells $2,000 sweaters with holes in them. You look homeless wearing his stuff. You really do. There was a #1 thing on Reddit on r/funny when his season 2 of his line came out, where it was like homeless or wearing Yeezus, and it was hard to tell. Like you should see his stuff. Yeezus.
Jesus?
Yeezy. Yeezus. He's Kanye West is Jesus. You didn't know that? Yeezus.
No.
He's running for president, and
You really do look homeless.
yeah.
What in the actual hell?
And people like his clothing is popular. Like people it is very his shoes. Like if you went to Amazon right now, his shoes sell out like instantly. And if you go to Amazon, you're gonna spend like $2,000 to $3,000 for his shoes, and people buy them.
This is how I feel about old Yeezus. That's what I have to say about all that.
Yeah.
Or better yet, here we go. Copy link address.
He did him.
I think he says it best. I think Ice T says it best right there. Just look at that face, man. Look at that face. What the? Yeah.
Kanye West fashion line says clothes look like future slave gear. That's what Ice T said. Jesus Christ.
It does though. It really does. So he can't be taken seriously as a designer. Why do people wear this shit? I don't know.
Did you see the Twitter battle between I think I told you about this, between Ryan Johnson, the director of episode 8, and Duncan Jones?
No.
It's funny, they were debating film versus digital.
Okay.
Or try to find it. Duncan Jones versus Ryan Johnson. Twitter duel, this is okay. Duncan Jones tweeted, Duncan Jones is the director of the new Warcraft movie, and Ryan Jones is director of Star Wars Episode 8.
Okay.
Duncan Jones tweeted, shooting film on vinyl is just shooting on film is just vinyl for movie hipsters. Ryan Johnson says, you're vinyl for movie hipsters. Duncan Jones repeated, JJ gave you the short end of the deal to shoot on, didn't he?
Damn.
Duncan Jones tweeted, did you shoot Warcraft on the 6 or 6S? Ryan Johnson said, Ryan Johnson then tweets at him again, is your release going to be multi-console?
Okay, I remember this conversation. And they were just messing with each other.
Yeah, it was a fun thing. And then Duncan Jones tweeted, says the guy who made the movie following the guy who followed up 3 other movies that came after the ones we loved. Ryan Johnson says, all kidding aside, I'll be there opening night. I'm just curious to see how you squeeze a 4th movie out of The Hobbit.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's a great Twitter battle.
Oh, that's funny. All right, guys, that's the end of the show tonight. Everybody came in, hung out, watch the live feed. Appreciate it. If you're watching this on YouTube, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and leave a comment about anything we talked about. So, love your faces. You guys are awesome. I'll see y'all later. Say goodbye, Jordan.
Goodbye.